Dark chocolate, once lumped together with candy bars and sugary snacks as an indulgence to avoid, has undergone a dramatic reevaluation in the world of nutrition science. Long seen as a guilty pleasure, it was commonly dismissed as little more than a source of empty calories, sugar, and fat. But this reputation was largely built on commercial milk chocolates, which are heavily processed and often contain more sugar and dairy than actual cacao. When researchers began to isolate and study dark chocolate, specifically varieties with high cocoa content, a very different picture emerged. Far from being a junk food, high-quality dark chocolate is now recognized as a rich source of bioactive compounds that may support cardiovascular, metabolic, and cognitive health. The key to dark chocolate's health benefits lies in its cocoa content, particularly its abundance of flavonoids, natural plant compounds with powerful antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties. Among these, flavonols such as epicatechin have drawn special attention for their ability to enhance nitric oxide production in the body. Nitric oxide helps relax blood vessels, improving blood flow and reducing blood pressure. Several randomized controlled trials have shown that moderate consumption of dark chocolate or cocoa can lead to small but significant reductions in both systolic and diastolic blood pressure, especially in individuals with elevated readings. These effects are comparable to those achieved through some lifestyle interventions, and they come without the side effects of medication. In addition to lowering blood pressure, dark chocolate has been linked to improvements in several markers of heart health. Studies suggest that regular intake of flavonoid-rich cocoa may reduce LDL oxidation, a key process in the development of atherosclerosis, improve HDL cholesterol levels, and enhance insulin sensitivity. These benefits collectively contribute to a reduced risk of cardiovascular disease over time. One large meta-analysis found that people who consume moderate amounts of dark chocolate, typically around 1 to 2 ounces a few times per week, have a significantly lower risk of heart attack and stroke. This is not due to some magical property of chocolate, but rather to its high polyphenol content, which supports vascular health in multiple ways. Dark chocolate also appears to benefit the brain. Because it enhances blood flow and reduces inflammation, flavonoid-rich cocoa may support cognitive performance and neuroprotection, particularly in older adults. Some studies have shown that acute intake of dark chocolate can improve working memory, attention, and even mood, thanks in part to the release of endorphins and the mild stimulation of caffeine and theobromine. Over the long term, habitual consumption has been associated with a reduced risk of cognitive decline and neurodegenerative diseases. While more research is needed to confirm the optimal dose and form, the early results are promising and suggest that dark chocolate can be more than just a treat. Of course, not all chocolate is created equal. The health benefits are largely confined to chocolate with a high cocoa content, typically 70% or higher, and minimal added sugars or dairy. Many mass-produced chocolate products contain only small amounts of actual cocoa and are loaded with unhealthy fats and sweeteners. To reap the benefits, it's important to choose minimally processed dark chocolate, preferably organic or fair trade, with simple ingredients and no artificial additives. Fortunately, the market for high-quality dark chocolate has expanded rapidly in recent years, making it easier than ever to find options that are both delicious and health-supportive. Beyond its clinical benefits, dark chocolate also plays a meaningful role in psychological well-being. As a sensory-rich food, it engages the palate and often evokes positive emotions, making it a valuable tool for mindful eating and dietary satisfaction. Unlike restrictive diet foods that may feel like a chore, dark chocolate can be integrated into a healthy eating pattern in a way that feels genuinely pleasurable and sustainable. For people trying to adopt a Mediterranean or plant-forward diet, a small square of dark chocolate can offer a satisfying conclusion to a meal without undermining overall goals. In this way, dark chocolate represents a broader shift in how we think about food and health. Instead of reducing nutrition to a strict binary of good versus bad, we are learning to evaluate foods based on their context, quality, and nutrient density. Dark chocolate, once dismissed as little more than candy, is now celebrated for its complex chemistry and potential to support heart and brain health. It stands as a reminder that some of the most enjoyable foods can also be among the most beneficial when we understand and respect them for what they truly are.